shake the room. Boom, boom, boom. Shake off the room.
Shaking back. Hello and welcome into this Monday's edition of Entertainment News here at Movie Burner Entertainment. I'd just like to thank you once again for joining us here on our YouTube channel, our Twitch stream, and of course our Spotify podcast. Thanks once again. I am one of your co-hosts, Stephen John McLaughlin. Our other co-host, looking very laid back, it's John C. Walsh. How are you doing, John?
I'm doing interestingly well, Stephen. I'm doing okay now. My voice probably will belie how I'm doing, because the last couple of days I've been doing a lot of coughing. Yeah. And a lot of blowing my nose, and a lot of Vicks, and a lot of paracetamol.
There's a lot of that getting around at the moment.
Oh, it's rampant, Stephen.
So
and it's not COVID.
It's it's just...
It's like a chest infection.
Yeah, common cold as well, mixed in. Head cold.
It's been fucking interesting. Yeah. But I'm feeling fine.
You think with us being Scottish we'd be used to the cold weather, but there has been a dip in temperature over the last few days. It's actually cold. I've actually got joggies on.
Yeah, I noticed that, Stephen. 2 days ago in particular, it was like fucking Siberia.
I'm normally a shorts type of guy. I know you are as well, John, but not the now.
Oh, I've ditched the shorts a long time ago, Stephen.
If I kick about the house, it's
fine. The moment I bought a new nupsy, it was just right the short. I mean, I've went out with shorts with that because I'm a fucking clown, but yeah.
That's probably why you got the cold.
Yeah.
I've got it thanks
when
to my
I walked
daughter.
the dog the night before the Laxfield Celtic game, and it was pissing down for about forever.
That rain was horrendous last week, wasn't
the whole,
it? Yeah.
2 days straight raining. That's probably when I got it.
Yeah, that probably was, yeah.
The good Glaswegian Scottish weather.
But John, I'm going to cheer you up with some news from far away, India.
I wish I was in fucking India just now.
And
my God.
About two of our, I think it's probably my two most favourite web series that have come out of India in the last few years.
Oh, Manoj Bajpayee is going to want to love with you, Stephen.
Yeah. Our top video.
Tiwari.
Yeah, I mean, if I had a top three, it would be in there. These are the top three for me. Mirzapur and Panchayat, and obviously The Family Man. But we're talking about Mirzapur 3 and Panchayat Season 3 as well. Release dates revealed by cast. No here. Don't know what that means.
I'm not going to lie, Stephen. When I checked this article momentarily, not only was my eyes affronted by the actual alignment choice of this website, because it's just disgraceful. What are they doing?
Yeah.
But I was concerned when I read down and it says 2024. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
It's nearly 2024, John.
Yeah, no, I know, Stephen, but they were saying set to release in 2024, and I'm like, that can't be Mirzapur. Mirzapur must be getting a definite release date. I was just doing
we talked about Mirzapur last December, and I think it was your man, can't remember the actor's name, the main guy, young guy. I
don't want to say it's Fahid Faisal, because I don't think it is. I think it's Ali Faisal.
Ali Faisal, yeah.
Ali Faisal. Yeah.
He said they finished shooting. They wrapped shooting back in December 2022. And we're still here talking about it. We're still here talking about...
They're still in post.
Ali Faisal. Yes, they're still in post. I'm not really sure what it is, what the hold-up is.
They say in the article, sound and stuff like that.
But...
that's an art.
John, you talked about the website as well. It's a strange one because I thought perhaps...
I'm going to bring it up just to show just what we're dealing with here.
I thought it's perhaps maybe a desktop thing, but it's not, because I'm looking at my iPad.
I mean, what?
My voice is going away.
That's been me today, Steve.
So...
What is that?
It's stretched. It's stretched.
Maybe someone can maybe reveal to us.
But I'll tell you one thing. They can't copyright us with that. Because that looks like a barcode to me. But anyway, John, I'll read some of the context of this, and we can talk about what. And
everyone watching can play a game and try and read along.
Yeah. Wow, Harley. Well done. Good timing. Panchayat and Mirzapur,
thankfully, so I'm all right.
captured the hearts of millions with their tales of rustic village life and vengeful gangs of the fictional city, respectively. After 2 successful seasons, fans are now eagerly waiting for the next instalment of both the series.
Wow, Harley.
Recently, news about the release date of Mirzapur 3 and Panchayat Season 3 started making rounds after the cast of the series provided some insights. In a recent interview with Live Hindustan, the cast of Charlie Chopra and The Mystery of Solang Valley, including Neena Gupta, Bhumika Gabi and Priyanshu Painyuli, discussed about the series. During the interview...
discussed the series.
Yeah.
They talked about the series.
See when they throw another word in there, it throws me right off. During the interview, Neena and Priyanshu who are part of the eagerly anticipated web series Panchayat and Mirzapur, respectively, shared exciting updates. Neena Gupta, who plays Manju Devi in Panchayat, revealed Panchayat 3 is currently in production and we plan to wrap up shooting in October this year.
Yeah, Manju.
It's set to release
her name earlier, that's
in
what I'm saying.
2024. We have already completed a significant portion of the shooting and the remaining parts will be finished soon. After 3 to 4 months of post-production work, it will be available for viewers.
Fantastic.
And Priyanshu Pinuli, known for the role as Robin, the charming lover boy in Mirzapur, said, yes, the shooting for Mirzapur Season 3 is already finished and we are currently in post-production phase, focusing on sound editing and other aspects. I believe it will be ready for release in January next year.
That's the news we want to hear, Stephen. Is Robin the tall, long-haired boy, one of the twins who survives? Because, of course, at the end of Season 2, the twins...
Yeah. The father had a favourite.
Yeah, and he gets killed.
He thought the favourite survived.
It was a stronger one. It turns out it was
It's funny what you remember, isn't it?
The father was also a little small guy, wasn't he? He was teeny.
Yeah.
Teeny,
so these two series are among the most anticipated web series in India, and fans are eagerly counting down for their release. Taxi Driver. And Panchayat Season 3 viewers can look forward to exploring Abhishek's relationship with Rinki, daughter of Sarpanch. Meanwhile, Mirzapur 3 promises to delve into the revenge saga involving Ali Fazal's character Gudu Pandit and
Cash Tripathi.
I'm struggling, my throat's on fire.
Tripani
keeps viewing on the edge of their seats. In the interview video...
And the other guy we keep forgetting.
Yeah.
From Jaunpur.
Roy Keane haircut.
The wine drinker.
It was... what was his father's name? He got killed, didn't he? I forget his father's name as well. It has been 2 years. It has been 2 years, to be fair.
Yeah.
In the interview video, viewers expressed their excitement and patience in the comment section. One user humorously remarked, I'm not even going to say that, John. I think another user echoed that. Listen, you can go to the website. You can try if you want, but I don't want...
Kidna Inja Karvaya Jarahi. I don't know.
John, that was better than I could ever. Yeah. But one did say finally Season 3 of both series is coming back. So all good news, John. It is coming. We're getting closer. Not close enough, obviously, but probably good timing for us once we get these strikes off the channel. Panchayat's another... That'll be a show on its own, talking about TVF. But
we need to contact the people at TVF and see if we can get some dispensation to actually react to the content, which is
it's a shame
enough. Actually, Steen, did we have issues with Panchayat?
Yeah.
Did we? Yeah. And it was on Amazon?
It was asked to be removed.
It was on Amazon? Really?
I can't remember.
Was it not Amazon?
Yeah.
Amazon
it wasn't Amazon that asked us. It was,
it was TV. Yeah, but he was a fucking shyster, this guy that we were dealing with, let's be honest.
Yeah. Acting on behalf.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I think...
some serious doubts about that. Amazon are normally pretty decent as well. They're usually pretty sound.
Yeah. Well, we'll reach out to TVF and see what
we'll see if we can get some dispensation. Because we do love Panchayat. Panchayat's fantastic.
I absolutely love that series. I'm glad we had the privilege of being able to watch both seasons back to back.
Shankar, by the way.
And we didn't
was it
have
Ratty
to...
Shankar?
Ratty was
Shankar. That was the son or the father of... Where is he? I always forget this guy's name. Sharad Shukla.
Sharad, yeah.
He's class, man. He's just a cool looking geezer. What a character. Really looking forward to it. We'll get into that. But Panchayat, Stephen, I agree with you. Sorry, I spoke over
No, back to back. Yeah, just saying, John, I thought it was great that we didn't have to wait like everyone else obviously did. That recommended it. Had to wait a few years for the second season to get out. We just went right into it.
Yeah.
Loved it. Do you know something? Just thinking back to the Abhishek character and just thinking that first kind of episode, I didn't really connect with him right away. I thought he was a bit of a whiner. I thought, this guy's just moaning. He's a bit snooty. He thinks he's above the village people, you know, and just... It's just one of those series that grew on you, you know, and every episode that passed, you began to connect with each character individually. And I thought they did that really well, John. I thought they did it really well. You check this out.
Yeah,
I thought they did it really well with each character. They gave them enough time for the audience to sort of marinate with them, if you like, you know, and you end up having that connection with them. You care for them. And just the way it ended was just right. It was just right out of left field. You know, just the seriousness of what happened, you know.
But Stephen, I think one of the absolute standout things about Panchayat is the slow burn nature of it. It's very relaxed. You said marinade. Marinade's something I always associate with slow.
Yeah.
You just let something sit
and
it marinades into the meat or marinades into the vegetable or whatever you're marinating. It slowly gets better and better. And it's an enriching experience because ultimately the taste buds reap the benefits later on. Well, with this, it's like marinating, but it's the actual story and the characters get better and better and better the longer you just sit with them. And obviously the viewer is the winner at the end because you're just seeing this story slowly but surely getting teased out. And the actual writer, I think you probably read the quote, mentioned that, or it may have been the actress that plays Manju. One of the actual the key strengths of this show is its ability to capture the life of these villages in rural India, which are very slow compared to maybe the rat races of large urban areas.
Totally different,
where it's just 100 miles an hour. Everyone is frantic, stressed out of their minds, and just running from A to B is to see with little care about the environment, about spirituality, if that's your thing, just anything. They've lost touch with what it means to be a human. They've lost that connection to the land. That's something we've seen over here. You see that, man, watching these, and I can, and Stephen, we've made comments, I think it was actually you. You've obviously dabbled in farming through your job.
Yeah.
And there's probably little villages and hamlets like what we see in Panchayat in Scotland. Obviously, it's a different environment, it's a different lifestyle because culturally, Scotland is different to India. But the sort of pace of
climate,
life,
definitely
pace,
climate,
pace of life will be the same though.
Yeah.
They're not like cities. They're different ways of living.
Yep.
And obviously, Abhishek at the start of that show is a city boy, and it's a baptism of fire. And just try to put a thumbnail together. Look at his hair, just details like his hair. He's frantic. He's beside himself. His hair's all over the place. You get to season 2. He's more comfortable. He's acquiesced into this town, and his hairstyle and everything. He's just more relaxed.
We were also
slightly anyway
introduced to Jitendra Kumar as well.
What a guy!
You know, and again, you know, just playing it through the character, I couldn't really connect with him at the beginning. I just thought, this guy's so diver, it's not real. And I thought, I don't know how much I'm going to be able to connect with this guy and like him. I ended up loving the guy. Chandan Roy as well.
Chandan Roy, Vikas.
Vikas was fantastic, and the big man as well.
Big Pradhan. Is it Pradhan? It is, isn't it? No, am I doing it? I'm going to look down.
Yeah.
Let's see, is it Pradhan?
Pradhan.
It's I think Pradhan is the... Is it Pradhan?
Prahlad. Yeah.
Prahlad.
Yeah.
Pradhan is the title.
Yeah.
Which Brish Bhushan Dubey obviously takes. It should be his wife Manju's title, the Pradhan.
Yeah.
But he takes it.
Nina Gupta was the one that was married to Viv Richards, the cricketer, wasn't she? I think that's right. Yeah,
Manju. Yeah, that's
I don't know if they were married, they were together, or they were a couple.
Yeah, because I think... I remember you talking about that. Yeah.
I think it was someone in the comments section, actually. I thought, that's incredible.
But Steve, it's a strength of TVF. The casting throughout all their shows are bang on. The characters, the actors are just perfect matches. Jitendra just brings that perfect edge to the Abhishek character. He brings that difference in comparison to these sort of village individuals. He brings that flair to the performance. He's a very charismatic guy, but he can also be a shithead at times, and he brings that perfect. I'm not saying Jitendra can, I'm talking about the character, but he's very charismatic, and he just seems to have the range to be able to play all of these different kind of characters. We've seen it in pictures, we've seen it in Quota Factory now, we've obviously seen it in Panchayat as well.
Yeah.
He just is a fantastic actor, he's charisma personified, and we know now he's not just acting, he's actually doing writing and producing stuff behind the scenes for TVF. There's rumours of them falling out. So I'm delighted to see that they are so deep into shooting this third season and that he is still very much at the centre of it. Because I was concerned, Stephen, in that fucking sort of cliffhanger at the end of season 2. What were they going to do with the Abhishek character? Because obviously he gets that
the
letter or something.
Wants him out, Yeah,
he wants him out because he's stirring up some discontent. He's shaking the foundations in this town. I don't know if the town is Panchayat, incidentally, even now. I don't think it is. I think Panchayat is the title for what he does. He is the sort of administrative leader of this little town. I think that's what Panchayat. I don't actually remember what the town is. I may be talking shit. It's been a while.
Yeah, I mean, but
it's perfectly cast. That's what I'm saying. Chandon Roy's fucking amazing as V-cast. So infectiously funny, so natural in his performance. One of the standout moments, we've got it clipped, is when he drops the toilet seat.
Funnily, John, we did have it clipped, but obviously when the video was removed, that get removed as well because it was attached to the video, sadly. But what a moment!
Oh, just fantastic. Epic, man!
Yeah.
And
that's saw it coming, but the execution was fantastic.
So no, the date has been revealed. Well, not for Panchayat. They're saying 2024 for Panchayat. No cast iron date, but they're saying they're deep into production. Manju, the actress that plays Manju, Nina Gupta, says that so they're well into shooting. It'll be a 4-week post, I think they says. Is that? No, 4-month post, and then it'll be out shortly after that. So 2024 for sure. And with Mirzapur, Mirzapur's January, start of next year. So it's not long away at all. Talking about 2 months until we get Mirzapur season 3.
Yeah,
which is fucking massive. I can't wait to see that. We'll get into that though, Stephen.
Yeah, John, just staying on Panchayat just a little bit longer, John, because I'm tempted to clip both of these sort of split topics. It just became an obsession with us when this.
Everything about it, Stephen.
Just everything. Just the beer night.
Yeah.
The Friday. It was a Friday night here, and we had beers as well, and it felt like you were sitting around with friends.
Yeah.
With these guys, you know, VCAS, Pralad.
So relatable, Stephen. And obviously we mentioned the TVF people obviously came from different backgrounds. Jitendra is what's the name of it again? I'm going blank on it. Jesus Christ. He's the Quarterfactory. He's been to, God, what the fuck's the name of the actual organisation from Quarterfactory?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
It's like I can't remember. I'll say it wrong.
Schools,
it's
a group of
or something. It's something like
ITE.
It's ITE.
He's an ITE.
Yeah, that's it.
It's a group of sort of universities in India.
Yeah,
he's an ITE, if that's how you say it. ITE.
Yes,
and he's a very smart guy. But I'm sure not every single person involved in this production team is from that background. They all seem to possess knowledge of different upbringings, and they can tap into that wealth of experience and just. They make such relatable stories. We're not even from India, but we can relate to these stories because there's human universal stories being told here. And one of the best things about this show for me is that ability to tap into that slow lifestyle, the simplicity, but they're so in touch with the land and what it is to be a human being. These people, they've not lost touch with it through sort of urban jungles, rat races and stress. They're more chilled, they're relaxed, they're getting up early. The circadian rhythms, if that's what you call it, are in tune with the actual sun coming up and down. They've not really got artificial lights until the end of season 1 when they've got the solar power. And you're just fucking one with the story. And it should be stupid little things like monitors being stolen,
office chairs,
and haunted trees, and toilets being supplied to people. But that moment when he drops the toilet seat, you're that invested. You're actually. It's like someone's been killed in a horror film.
Get the running joke with shocked. That piece of fruit as well, John. I can't remember what it's called, but it's just a running joke.
What was the name of that fruit?
It was just presenting it as a sort of gift.
Yeah, as a bribe.
You know, and that obviously.
What was the name? It was a big long thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh God, it was almost like a cucumber, but
it's a strange one. Yeah.
I was about to say, Trisha used to draw them. She was obsessed with them back in the day. Purple ones.
Like a marrow or something like aubergine.
An aubergine. It's almost like an aubergine, but it's green.
Which is a eggplant.
I've never ever heard of fucking aubergines until she started drawing these for her art back in the day. I'm like, what is an aubergine? What is the purpose of it? It's in the tip of my tongue, that fruit. It's annoying me, a vegetable. It's annoying me, I can't get it.
Maybe you should look it up.
Jitendra, obviously the Abhishek character, he gets gave it by Breach. And obviously Bushan is bullying him, saying you're up his arse. You're too close to him. You're losing your impartiality. You're being compromised in your job. So he hides it. Yeah. And obviously VCAS finds it at the party for Rinky.
Yeah.
Just moments like that. It's just so well written. It's an incredible show. It's addictive to watch. And it shouldn't be that good, man. The stuff they're following is ridiculous. But it's this character, Stephen... The relationship, while they want to get together, Abhishek, Rinky, the reality of married life, Manju and Breach, the tragedy of obviously Pralad, VCAS. You don't even know anything about VCAS, really. His wife, don't really see it.
No.
But there's so much heart, so much authenticity in the story. It's just fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
I'm going to search up just now, Panchayat.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it, John. And I think before it obviously drops, we're going to have to get this,
Jesus Christ.
this sorted out.
We are. We're going to have to find out where this fruit
Lucky.
is. Bottle gourd. A bottle gourd. Bottle gourd. How do you say that?
Not
Bottle
sure.
gourd. Bottle gourd.
I think it's called a
Locky.
Yeah.
Locky, that's it.
So there you are.
And he's, to be fair to Breach and Manju, they're creating brilliant ones. It's like award-winning bottle gourds, Lockies, and they're trying their absolute damnedest to bribe people and give them away to people when they could be making money from them.
Well, exactly, yeah.
But just the environment, Steve, and the fucking cattle and the animals there at one. Everywhere you go, it's just a relaxed, chilled vibe. The soundtrack, everything. I love that song. You start clicking your fingers.
Yeah. Just watch we don't get.
There's not
Copyrighted
many,
for that.
Stephen. There's not many shows where you'll sit through the actual credits
That's
time and time
fantastic.
again. But you sit through
I know
them for
most
Panchayat.
people didn't obviously see us when that was happening because I think you clip out the
Yeah.
theme tune, John, just for obviously entertainment. But it's actually
Fucking amazing.
entertaining if you saw what we were doing. We were
That's brilliant.
dancing and
Absolutely
clicking
love
our fingers and swaying and stuff like that. Just so addictive.
It's a
Actually,
phenomenal show.
watched these guys recreate it on YouTube.
Yeah, you
and
sent me that.
It was
It was
fantastic.
incredible.
Yeah,
I want to play it on the guitar. I'm going to learn
yeah,
it.
yeah. Nailed.
So everything about the show is fantastic. The cast, the theme tune, the setting, everything, man.
Catchphrase.
The catchphrase, the wig, the joke. Love it.
Brilliant.
And I'm supremely excited to see season 3. I
Yeah.
cannot wait to see this story continue, and I hope that's not the end. I hope it continues into a 4th season. I want to see these characters
It was
just
great as
blossom.
well, John. I think we watched it just at the right time because I think we were watching some serious drama at the time, and it was just some light relief, wasn't it? Just to watch something a little bit different, change of
It was
pace.
the first TVF show we watched.
Yeah, tonally it was so refreshing as well, and it just, I don't know, there's something about
Very short
uplifting.
episodes as well.
Yeah, it was something uplifting about that whole experience, though, wasn't it? It was just
Yeah, it was just
every
brilliant.
episode, just you came away feeling great, you know. Even the ones that were, you know, obviously were sad and stuff like that, you still felt a connection. You still felt, I know what that means. I know what that feels like, you know.
But Stephen, they brilliantly wrote that because obviously you've been with Prahlad throughout the entire 2 seasons, and they leave it right at the end.
That's right.
So you know the kind of character he is. He's this enthusiastic, lovable guy. He's always the bright sort of light in the room. He tries to help everyone out. Numerous times, Abhishek's down, and he's there
Yep.
by his side, try to perk him up. So when you see him take that call and his mood changes, you know it's fucking real. And obviously that transition to where he is at the end, it's shocking.
Yeah.
Really, really difficult. That's probably the closest I've came to crying in front of a camera since we've been doing these reactions.
Well, I think
it was
it's because
terrible to watch.
I think it took us by surprise, John, because tonally, how it just changed was, and that's down to the writing once again. How you change that from being light and sort of airy to something very deep and meaningful and upsetting, and they did it. They managed to do it. You know,
that
and,
comes down to the cast. It comes down to the writing, Steve.
yeah,
And trusting the audience to stick it. It was that line, wasn't it? I'm on my own.
yeah.
I lost my wife.
It's a
I've
shot
lost
as well,
my-
wasn't there? There was a kind of sort of panning out
Sitting.
shot. He was just sitting in the darkness. It was so sad.
They came and got him, but
Yeah.
also that's when he breaks down.
Yeah,
But again, they've all got his back.
yeah.
And I
It's
think that was an
fantastic.
important moment for Abhishek because that connected him
Yeah,
sort of irrevocably with the sort of village gang, if you like, his friends.
yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Just a fucking incredible show, man. I love it.
another
Cannot wait to see more of it.
incredible show, John. We'll talk about
Mirzapur,
now is
yeah.
Mirzapur season 3. We'll talk about obviously season 1 and 2. Was that one of the first After Scam 1992 web series we did at the time? I
Could
can't
it be?
remember.
Yeah,
think
you
it
know
might have
that
been
because
the
we went
next
did
web
Family
series.
Man after it,
Yeah,
and then we did Patal Lock, and we also did Sacred Games, and
yeah.
done a lot, man. I love
And we did
Patal
some-
Lock as well.
Film in between as well.
Yeah.
But yeah,
We've
something
done
about
a lot. We've done Gangs of Wasseypur as well.
Mirzapur season 1, John, and I think it was the season 1 finale that really shook me. I don't think I've ever been that shocked with a cliffhanger of an episode, a season finale episode, the wedding moment where Munna Tripathi just he crossed that line,
It was
you
like
know,
a red wedding, yeah.
and I
from
just
Game of
thought,
Thrones.
there's no way back for this character. No way. And I absolutely hated him. I think we had a break in between, obviously, season 1, season 2. Not as big a break as most people did because we were watching them back to back. But you needed that time just to sort of get your head around what had happened. We'd lost big characters, John, as well.
Yeah, Baboy, and Sweetie.
Yeah, absolutely. And it just showed that, getting into season 2.
Baboy was the brains behind it too.
Yeah.
So you thought he was safe.
But you think getting into season 2, you think no one's safe.
No, Steve, that's what it does. When you lay down that sort of marker and you take away big names, big characters from a show you've been with for nearly a whole season.
Was this our introduction to
Panchayat? I think
as
it
well,
was, yeah.
It was, yeah. We saw him in...
We seen him in Sacred Games afterwards.
Yeah, totally different character, of course, but...
Yeah, he's incredible, man.
His presence.
Candyman character, the way he switches.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the times you're seeing him, he's actually he's reasonable.
Yeah.
And he's obviously gave Gudu and Babu the chance to redeem themselves after they were threatening Muna, I think it was, wasn't it?
I'm trying to remember...
well, they weren't threatening. He came to their house and they obviously sorted them out.
Gudu's friend, the compounder.
The compounder. Yeah, that's your man. I'll go down, I'll find him. He'll be there. You'll recognise his face. That's him there, Abhishek Banerjee.
Yeah.
Compounder.
Well, who we saw... I remember
he
caved that guy's head in, and what was the show we watched where he was he liked dogs.
That's Patal He was in pictures, wasn't he?
He was in pictures.
He was the guy at the start
in the bar. Yeah,
told the story about the beer.
Yeah,
you've got to free yourself.
JK,
JK,
or JP,
sorry, JK. I think you're about Family Man again.
Yeah.
Two great shows, to be fair.
JP, he was good.
He's
such a weasel.
Patrick Vieira, as we called him.
That's right.
Again, Stephen, just brilliant, man. So many memorable characters. Even in the first season of Candyman, Balji, the grandfather, Bina's floating around. She's sleeping with the fucking home help, if you like. Yeah. So many brilliant characters in there. Gudu, we've seen Ali Faisal. I mean, I'd seen Ali Faisal before in Victoria and Abdul.
Yeah.
And he fucking stole the show next to Judi Dench. I mean, that's when I knew this guy was serious.
Not a lot of people can do that.
Yeah, they can't, man. I mean, we're talking about someone who's done it all in acting, and this guy was showing it up.
Some characters do get under your skin, though, John, and one of them was the grandfather.
Yeah, Balji.
A despicable person.
Obsessed with National Geographic sort of animal programmes.
Yeah, because they
watching the lion overlooking his pack and things like that, and there was a lot of double entendres.
Yeah, there was meaning to it. Yeah,
he played the fool, but he was never a fool, not really. And obviously, he knew exactly what was going on, and he was always a step ahead until he wasn't, of course.
With Macbill,
which was brilliant. No, I'm just talking about Bina, and obviously the maids getting tore in as well. Yeah. Macbill lets them do their thing. Macbill was a great character as well.
Yeah.
There's so many levels to this story.
Yeah.
Obviously, Macbill, his mother, he's got this debt to the Tripathis because they have saved her life, but then also Muna shoots him, and I think it's actually Balji says we gave her life, so now we can take it. That's what sends him over the edge.
Yeah.
But just so many layers. It's a dense story.
Yeah, you forget about the father as well. Obviously, Gudu and Babu's father. Just kind of disconnected himself from his sons. Because of the path they chose.
He's a very principled guy, isn't he, to be fair? I'm trying to find the father, actually. I can't see him there in this list.
I think, no, I don't. I thought that was him with the moustache there, but it wasn't.
No, I don't actually see him there, which is mad. Yeah, they've actually took him away. Just so dense, so Steve. I mean, the Ratty Shanker stuff with Jean Poor, and obviously them Gudu fucking killing him at the end. Was that at the end? Was that a couple of ones from the end? I can't remember. That may have been the second season. It was the end, because obviously Babu was there as well.
Yeah.
And that's what really kick-started it.
Yeah, right, okay.
They were starting to potentially, test their leadership. And that's when Muna and obviously Balji started sticking the knife in. And obviously I think it was a setup, wasn't it? Compounder. Something about the drugs or something.
Yeah.
It was a message, and then he used that to implicate them in an attempt on his life, and that's when it all went down. Just brilliant, Stephen.
Yeah.
And obviously the Golu Gupta, I think that's the name of the character. The Shweta Tripathi actress. Just her story. I was thinking about it when I was coming up with the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Not a great thumbnail, incidentally, but those two together, Gudu and Golu.
Yeah.
Just the journey of that character was one of the fucking craziest turns I've seen in any sort of
She was almost
TV
like
or
a
film.
SWAT, wasn't she? She was a SWAT in
she
season
was
one.
sort of wanted to be the president of the
Yeah.
school, wasn't she? And then she couldn't even get the safety off the gun to protect her sister. She could have killed Muna. And he taunts her, you don't even know how to take the safety off. Look, I'll show you how to do it. Fucking amazing scene. But to see where she's went, it's almost like Sarah Connor in T2 and Terminator.
Yep.
She's now went full badass, if you like, and she's fucking great with the gun. We see that, she handles it well. But Muna, man, I fucking love Muna. You're not meant to love Muna. You're meant to hate him. But he's just, Deviendo is unreal, man.
I think as well, John, that
phenomenal actor.
You think of season 1 and season 2, that what they had to do to sort of spice things up and improve on a flawless season, which was season 1. How do you top that? Well, you have to introduce new characters for a start, don't you? And that's what they did. We talked about the new characters as well, expanding the cast out.
Yeah.
Likes of
Sharad.
Sharad and Bharat, people like that. And also
the Tiagis in general, that's the whole backstory of this other criminal family.
You know, and
potentially going to play
because
a part.
I think they're always thinking ahead. They're thinking, well, if we're doing a season 3, we need to introduce characters in the previous season so we can build on that and carry it forward, because there is going to be casualties, and I expect season 3 will have casualties as well. But
It's just the way it's constructed, Stephen. Season 1, obviously the Tripatis win the day. They have their sort of day of bloodshed. He even has his moment, Akandanan with the police, where he says, "You've seen me and I'm sort of businessman, now I'm playing the fucking gangster." In a sense.
gets married as well in season 2, doesn't he?
He does, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets married to sort of, I think it's the brother of JP,
Yeah.
his daughter, potentially, because he dies, he's the leader of the party, JP tries to mosey in, and she ousts him. It's just brilliant, man. It's like chess, and the fact that you've got Sharad's mother playing chess throughout, the whole thing's like chess.
Yeah.
Everything about it, man, it's like Game of Thrones meets sort of crime.
It is, yeah.
Sort of gun-toting crime in these mucky streets of, I mean, where the hell is it again, man? It's Mirzapur, obviously, but then you've got Jaunpur, and then you've got the other town that what's her face, Dimpy goes to. She goes to, I always forget it, man. Lucknow, is it?
Yeah.
Big it's a town, it's a fucking city of about 5 million people.
Yeah, it's bigger.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
It's fucking size of Scotland in population.
Yeah.
It's absolutely massive. But the way they shoot it's as if it's this small area, but it ain't. It's fucking huge.
Yeah.
But just so dense, Stephen. There's so much going on, man. You have got so many moving parts. They're all backstabbing each other. No one knows if they can trust each other. And obviously the ending, Sharad could have ended it completely. He could have took Akandanand out, but he's playing the long game here.
Yeah.
Because he knows he's probably not strong enough to see Gudu and obviously Golu out. So he's going to mosey in. He's going to play the long game. And it's going to be really intriguing in season 3 to see where that goes. Is he going to take the role of Muna? Are they going to bring Muna back? I don't fucking know. There was talk of him having a heart defect. His heart was on the right instead of the left or something. He gets shot. He's got to be dead, isn't he? It pains me because he's such a brilliant character.
I think him staying dead kind of preserves the character the way he was as well. I don't want to see him coming back because it would kind of ruin that sort of ending of season 2, John. But I think Sharad's going to play a big part in this. He's been clever. And I think you talk about the long game. I think that's what he's in this for as well. Yeah. He wants to see the Tripathis and the Pandits, just fighting it off till there's barely any of them left, and then he'll just come in. That's the way I see it anyway.
Yeah.
Obviously wants to seek revenge for his father's death as well.
His father was a shit kicker though.
Yeah.
Deeply unlikable guy.
He was, yeah. But even just talking about this, I'm excited to watch this again, and I know we'll be doing, definitely be doing a watch along for Mirzapur season 3. Panchayat
will Bina, Stephen.
Bina.
Well,
Bina's
changes.
She was always
she was very quiet though, and kind of just.
She's a survivor, John.
Yeah, but in the second season, she really does stick a knife in.
Yeah.
And she's playing the long game with her kid. Her kid's never seen that throne, ever. He ain't getting on that fucking. He's not the leader. Mirzapur, no chance. Gudu's not giving it up. Akandanan's not giving it up. Not now. He will get wind that Bina was involved and he will try to crush her.
Yeah.
There's so many moving pieces. There's so much going on. I don't even remember Zarina. Who the hell was she again?
Zarina? Can't remember.
Zarina. Try to remember her. No, I don't remember her at all. Maduri Yadav.
Was Zarina not the one that married Muna? I don't know. I can't remember.
Could have been. I think that was Midori, was it not?
I honestly can't remember what they looked like, John.
I think she was...
Yeah, you're right.
Don't think she was that good looking, to be fair. He's not pulling that level. I don't know though, maybe I'm wrong. There's no fucking chance. He actually puts me in mind of my cousin Michael for some reason. I don't know what it is. I think it's the actual, he's got like earrings.
Oh, right, okay.
And just this vibe he's got. I don't know why, but he does. He puts me in fucking mind of my cousin.
Strange.
He does though. I don't know what it is. It's fucking weird.
It puts me in mind of Luke Singer from the Manic Street Preachers when he wears those aviators.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's just something about the character, you know. He's a despicable human being, but there's just something really. There was some comedic element to the character as well, and I think they were really good at doing that. I think the one where he was he stoned or drunk? I can't remember what it was.
He was always stoned and drunk, Steve.
Probably both actually. And I think he was trying to. Someone was trying to kill him at the time.
I think it was his friend. He was saying, I'm invincible. I was shot fucking 5 times or something and I'm still here. Shoot at me with a shotgun. Then I think he goes to do it or something. He's like, I think a Candyman comes in and breaks it up. He's like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
What have I produced? He was
a bastard there, boy.
A bastard of a boy indeed. He was just such a gimp, but such a likeable, despicable bastard that shouldn't. It's oxymoronic, the character.
Yeah,
but 2 things that shouldn't be end up coming together.
No, definitely not. But I'm looking forward to it, John.
Yeah, really I'm looking forward.
I can't wait to see both seasons. Both excellent shows. Totally different.
Yeah,
completely. But yeah, I can't wait. But we're going to move on, John, to our next topic of conversation. It wasn't clickbait, was it? We had a good discussion there, and there is a date. It is revealed it will be early 2024.
And it's not long to go. That's all.
Yeah.
Which is scary.
John,
that means my birthday's on the horizon again.
We're going to talk about Sony and Marvel here now. I know that other YouTube channels have already covered this tonight, so we're kind of late to the party again, but who cares? Sony blocked Marvel's...
We're really late to the party, unlike that channel. It's called Late to the Party. He's always first to the fucking party.
It's funny that, isn't it?
Change your name to First to the Party,
Maybe we
you
should have a YouTube channel called First to the Party.
Well, we're always late.
Yeah. Sony blocked Marvel. Yeah, let's react to Rocky fucking 4 or something like that trailer.
I mean, they're all doing that now anyway, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like first time watching.
Never seen it.
Never seen Schindler's List. Never seen fucking Spider-Man 2. What, you're like 32? The fuck were you, clown? I've seen these films. How the fuck have you not seen them? You call yourself a film fan, you've not seen these films? You are a fucking fraud. That's what you are. It's the same with these fucking 27 or 29-year-old people who've not heard a Beatles song. They've not heard an Arctic Monkeys song, or they've not heard it. It's like, where the fuck have you been living?
In a cave.
Do you just, have you not got access to radio? have you, I mean, come on, what is going on here? Fucking shysters.
Here's one film we have seen, John, and I'm kind of glad the way this worked out, and I know you are as well.
Oh, yeah.
Sony blocked Marvel's original Spider-Man No Way Home villain to protect an upcoming movie.
And I can bring this one up.
We're going to be talking about, obviously, according to the MCU, the Reign of Marvel Steel book
Studios,
the direct. Marvel was not allowed to use Kraven the Hunter in Spider-Man No Way Home due to Sony's plans for the villain. The book revealed that Spider-Man No Way Home writers Chris McKenna and Eric Summers pitched Kraven as the villain of the film, only to hear that he was unavailable until Sony established him in a solo movie. One of the upcoming Marvel movies set in Sony's Spider-Man universe is Kraven the Hunter, which stars Aaron Taylor-Johnson in the title role. Vaughn previously spoke about Spider-Man No Way Home's original plans. This is what he said. For a long time, there was going to be a Kraven movie that was going to be the third movie because things weren't working out. I don't know what happened there. Something's just jumped. Working out all sorts of different stuff. John pitched me this Kraven movie, which actually was really cool. I don't want to talk about it in the case that the movie ends up happening down the line, but it was fun.
Oh, it could.
Yeah.
It could happen.
John, I'm glad. I'll tell you something. No Way Home was a almost perfect film for me. It had everything that I wanted it, and probably more. It had more. It had those end screen titles as well, didn't it?
Yeah.
Which I don't think they're doing anything with, but it was just nice. It was.
Yeah, I'm doing it with Venom, that's for sure.
no. But I'm glad Kraven's kind of been saved for his own film as well, and certainly for Aaron Taylor-Johnson as well.
Yeah.
not to. I get what they're trying to do for maybe a third Tom Holland film as a trilogy, but I'm glad they were able to use the multiverse to bring our beloved actors back playing those characters that we all knew and loved from 20 years ago.
Yeah, I'm going to bring us up and find out a little bit more about this movie. Who's actually involved? Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
Christopher Abbott. I recognise her. Is she from West End Story? The Spielberg remake?
Yeah.
Yeah, West Side Story. When a West End
Hamilton.
town, the very mom. That's where that came from there. West End. Clown, man. Stephen, I'm intrigued by this movie. I'm glad they did keep this character out. Because I says to you, Stephen, the rationale would be that in this movie, if you bring him into No Way Home, the nature of that story, at the end, everything's wiping. He's becoming Spider-Man.
I think it would have been a different story, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it could potentially.
If he was going to be the main villain.
But then again, you're ending a trilogy which is traditionally quite big and bombastic. I mean, is it? Maybe I'm talking nonsense here. Thor Ragnarok wasn't really big and bombastic. Well, it was, but it wasn't like a multi-villain kind of story. Iron Man wasn't really big and bombastic. It was fucking ridiculous. You had Ben Kingsley in there, and it wasn't even right. Even now, I can't get back to that movie. Iron Man was Civil War. What other ones have we got? Trilogies. Ant-Man, Quantumania, that's pretty fucking bombastic. Kang the Conqueror. What else am I missing? Guardians of the Galaxy, pretty bombastic to be fair. Usually you've got a building of levels. In Spider-Man, you've got the start, the training wheels are on. Iron Man's basically by his side throughout the whole thing, trying to save him from himself. You've got Vulture as a villain. Obviously, Spider-Man himself is almost like a villain because he's fucking stepping in his own shoes everywhere he goes. He's a little kid. See, obviously, Far From Home, you've got Jake Gyllenhaal's Mysterio.
Yep.
The stakes are built. He's away from home, from the sort of creature comforts. He's not got Iron Man by his side. He's having to grow up. Stakes are building slowly but surely. And then also No Way Home. For me, the natural evolution would have been what they did. And you've got these multiversal concepts. You would not have had Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield, Steve.
Tom, yeah, exactly. But I think the underlying story was the growth of Tom Holland's Peter Parker as well, John. He had to grow. And we said that. One of our concerns was, when is he going to step up and become Spider-Man?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and he did.
Spider-Boy.
He did, you know.
And where they took that story, Stephen, with the usage of, obviously, Dr. Stephen Strange.
Yeah.
Him able to almost wipe the minds of everyone, that gives him a foundation. This journey he's been on, 3 movies, experience. Now he can become the Spider-Man we know and love, and moving into potentially another trilogy of movies.
The baggage.
All the baggage, yeah. I mean, I love I even though I don't know her name, is it just MJ they call her?
Yeah.
The Zendaya character. Michelle. And obviously, I always forget his name, the other little friend, little bald-headed guy. They're brilliant characters. Ned, I love them. And obviously the other little guy that hates him, but kind of likes Peter. You know what I'm talking about?
He likes Spider-Man, doesn't like Peter.
He hates Peter, and I've got it mixed up. He likes Spider-Man, he hates Peter. They're all great characters, but they're very, I don't know, they're fucking nooses around his neck in a strange way. Spider-Man has to be unknown to an extent. He has to be able to live that sort of binary existence. That's what makes him the character we know and love. So we can now go on and explore that. And that is via the trilogy we've been gave, with all of these sort of multiversal things bleeding in and it wiping the slate clean for him moving forward. If you weren't to have went down that journey, you would have introduced Kraven the Hunter in a final movie of a trilogy. You're not doing the character.
It would have been okay, John, but it would have been going down the same road as they did with Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man 3 and
with Venom.
Just throwing another villain in there.
And it's not another villain.
It'd just be repeating itself. I thought what they did in the first one with the Michael Keaton villain was fantastic.
That's a loose end. I mean, that says at the time, Kevin Feige doesn't have loose ends. That will be dealt with. We've still not dealt with that.
It still could.
It was in the post-credits of Homecoming, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He was speaking to, was it Scorpion or something? And we're talking about, we're going to get him. I've still not dealt with that. What the fuck's going on, Kevin?
Yeah, maybe it's a long game, but Michael Keaton's
he also appeared in Morbius. He's getting on, exactly, Steve. What the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
But Steve, Craven the Hunter's a huge villain for Spider-Man. He's almost a nemesis
and you've got
level
a huge
villain.
actor playing him as well, John.
Yeah. So this is the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Individual story. Do it through the Sony the villainous universe.
Yeah.
Build it up, and then you bring him in and introduce him to either Tom Holland Spider-Man or indeed Miles Morales or another Spider-Man.
Or Andrew Garfield, yeah.
Or Andrew Garfield. You do the character justice. This is the one thing I like about this Sony villainous universe. It's giving you the opportunity to bond audiences with a villain and build the sort of nuance. Instead of just being a cardboard 2D character that comes in for one movie, you have to make an impact in an hour, and then you have to have a downfall of a character in the second hour.
Yep.
You're building maybe 1, 2, 3 movies, and then you get a real dilemma when they face the so-called hero. Because you've been with this character almost as long as you've been with Spider-Man. It creates a fucking real conundrum for the audience.
This almost makes me feel that this might have been the issue between Sony and Marvel at that point. Remember there was a fallout where they were pulling Tom Holland's Spider-Man away from the MCU, and it looked like we were only going to get the 2 films. I think it was just a week after No Way Home, Far From Home came out, and it kind of soured the experience of the second movie for me, because I thought, is this going to be the way it ends with Tom Holland? This is sad. You know, he's just come in.
Still gullible in that movie as well.
Yeah.
He played with Mysterio.
Yeah.
Played like a fiddle.
He was a good villain as well.
That's another thing. As I'm talking about, Steve, this is why you don't do it.
Yeah.
Mysterio's an epic villain.
I mean, he's gone. He could still come back, though. He could have been faking it, I suppose.
Yeah.
But you just don't know. But
Gyllenhaal's fucking great.
Yeah. I'm glad it's the way it worked out, to be honest with you.
I'm looking forward to this movie. I love Aaron Taylor Johnson as an actor. I've watched this guy in so many different movies.
And he's already been disposed of. In the
he
MCU.
has, yeah. Exactly. And that's another reason why you don't do it, because you're just shutting the door.
And he's certainly not a Ralph Boner.
Well, he's not a Ralph Boner. There's talk of him potentially coming back, Steve. I don't know if you'd want to see him come back as... I'm fucking blanking on his name.
Quicksilver.
Quicksilver.
Is it?
Yeah, it's Quicksilver, but what's his actual name? Why am I blanking on his name?
Oh, your man that played...
No, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about the actual character. Quicksilver, his actual real name.
The character's name?
Yeah, you've got Wanda and you've got... I'm blanking on his name for some reason.
Peter? Petrie? Peter? I can't remember.
Pietro or something like that.
Yeah.
Because he's also meant to be... Oh, it's not...
Petrie.
Sokovian, isn't it? It's not fucking Soviet.
Yeah. Not allowed to do that.
Stephen, I mean, this guy's been in so many amazing films. Bullet Train, Kick-Ass, so many.
Kravinoff, where do you think he's from?
yeah. That character's amazing, man. I'm telling you, he's got fucking like pelts of animals on him. He's almost like Conan the Barbarian level. And he's just fucking...
Dr. Dolittle.
Yeah, but Stephen, how are we going to make it work? This is another thing. His whole thing is Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Getting to Spider-Man, and there's no Spider-Man in this movie.
Not yet, no.
So it's going to be really intriguing. It's going to be a backstory. That's fraught with danger. I'm speaking about the positives of how this can work out. You bond it with the audience, it can work. But you've seen it with Black Adam.
Yeah.
It can also go that way.
Yep.
Where the story's just not interesting enough and the character's not interesting enough.
John, it's the age-old sort of conundrum when it comes to comic book villains. It's very rare that... Are any villains actually, not just comic book, it's very rare that they make an interesting story on their own without having... been up against someone. In terms of this,
unless
it would be
Joker level.
Yeah, but the Joker one was more of a
societal thing.
Yeah, it was a character study, wasn't it? That film, though, it was really just the sort of downfall of a downtrodden person in society, as you said.
But they still had Batman in there technically.
Yeah, I mean, it was
Batman.
Yeah, as a
and
boy.
The Waynes.
Yeah, the Waynes.
So there always
turned the Waynes against us.
He was haunting that Wayne. A Wayne is we call a Wayne. That's a kid.
Turned the Waynes against us.
Some say Bern.
Yeah.
We say Waynes.
It's interesting to see, John, that in this film, Craven the Hunter, which came out next year, there is a character called Big Rhino. And I'm just wondering if that's the Rhino from The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Could be.
I don't know. It's not the same guy, obviously. I think that was your man... I'm blanking on his name. Paul Giamatti, wasn't it?
Paul Giamatti.
That was playing that role, but I'm not sure. I don't know. That's probably not.
Calypso. Very interesting name. See, I don't know enough about these characters, Stephen, but there's so much more scope for you to do interesting things. Oh, I've just fucked it. The charade's over. This is us in the room together. You see now why we actually do that split screen thing though, because it looks fucking dreadful. Don't get me wrong, I like that poster behind me, but it's cut off now, but it looks so much better when we're zoomed up and right at you. But Steve, there's so much more scope when you tell the individual stories of the villains. They're not just throwaway superfluous nonsense in a superhero movie. It's all about telling the superhero story. It gives you so much more scope to do something interesting, and certainly when you're bringing in an actor like Aaron Taylor-Johnson and Russell Crowe, it just gives you that chance to give the superhero experience to the villain for a change.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And for me, it didn't work in Venom 1, Venom 2 less so, didn't work at all in Morbius, so hopefully it works for Kraven the Hunter, because this is a villain that deserves
it's got to work.
Sort of top villain.
It's got to work, John.
It fucking does, yeah.
I'm not going to go anywhere with this after it. But I've got high hopes for it. John, we're going to move on to our final topic, and we'll probably have to keep this short and sweet because we do have a reaction to knock out as well, don't we?
Just pressed the wrong thing again here.
And we're kind of sticking with Aaron Taylor-Johnson on this one. Well, obviously another franchise. Well, certainly someone's not sticking with him, but it's all about Kick-Ass.
Look at that graphic. I'm going to have to ditch that. That's totally unacceptable.
It's all about
timeline.
It's all about Kick-Ass reboot, John.
M squared.
Filming timeline reconfirmed by Matthew Vaughn, including sequel plans with original characters. Now, this is coming in from Screen Rant once more. And during his recent New York Comic Con panel, of which Screen Rant was in attendance of, Matthew Vaughn opened up about his previously discussed Kick-Ass reboot plans. The writer-director not only reconfirmed he is moving ahead with a new incarnation of the comic book franchise, but that he is aiming to start filming in 2024, and that while the original characters won't be back for the project, he has ideas for their returns in a potential sequel. And this is what Vaughn said. This
is interesting. This is not what I was thinking.
Yeah, I didn't think this either. Next year we are rebooting Kick-Ass and we're making Kingsman 3. Kick-Ass sort of changed people's perception of what a superhero film is at the time, so we are doing it again. So it's none of the characters from the other Kick-Ass. We'd like to bring them back after the reboot, but this reboot is just going off on a tangent that I really can't talk about, but it's fun. Yeah, I mean, John,
as long as it doesn't star Jim Carrey.
Yeah, I think
they won't promote the fucking film afterwards.
It sounds like it's going to be in the same universe, but we're kind of branching off with other characters.
So it's a quasi-sequel.
So I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all, John. But I always felt they missed a trick when they were obviously. I think Kick-Ass, the original film, took everyone by surprise, even including Matthew Vaughn and everyone at Marv, his company. Jonathan Ross's wife, can't remember her name. She's part of that.
Yeah, I was
one of the producers. Very talented. John, and I think they didn't realise the success of this original film, which was phenomenal at the time, as you recall. I remember Jane Goldman.
Yeah.
I just remember.
Fucking hell, she married him in 88.
Yeah.
Wow, I wasn't even born.
Yeah.
It's fucking wild.
Yeah.
Don't know where I'm going with that.
She's a stunning lady, by the way.
Yeah, very red hair.
Yeah, but I think
died.
I don't know about you, John. I remember when Kick-Ass came out, and I thought, "Oh, what's this?" And I remember I didn't go to cinema to see it. I think it was on Sky Movies or something. And I watched it, and I became instantly obsessed with the film.
Yeah,
I thought I need to keep watching this, and I did keep watching it. Evan Peters is in it as well.
Evan Peters is in it, yeah.
The other
friends,
Quicksilver. Yeah.
Was it one of his friends? Because you had him, then you had the other little.
From Hot Tub Time Machine. I can't remember his name, the one with the glasses.
Yeah.
Marty, I think his name was in Kick-Ass, but...
Bring it up.
Yeah.
Where is it now? Todd Haynes.
Nicolas Cage was in this
Nick Cage was in it, yeah, obviously. Big Daddy. And obviously you've got Hit Girl herself, Stephen. Just an unbelievable film.
Yeah.
The first one. The second one never quite lived up to the levels.
No.
But it's very difficult when you create nearly a perfect film.
It was a near a perfect film.
Stylistically, it's fucking unbelievable. The way it flows, the action.
Yeah.
Really interesting things being explored. Really interesting relationships. It's silly. Doesn't take itself too serious. But it's just glorious, man. Again, you speak about Aaron Taylor.
Gore as well, John.
Gore as well, yeah. Which is probably wasn't explored that much in superhero movies up to that point. I wouldn't have imagined.
I can recall, no.
Aaron Taylor's just great in it.
Yeah.
Aaron Taylor, that's wrong. It's Aaron Johnson, wasn't it? Taylor's his wife.
Yeah, Aaron Johnson.
It was Aaron Johnson back then. He put Taylor on. I mean, what the fuck you doing, Aaron? Come on. It was Aaron Johnson. First seen him in obviously Nowhere Boy, was it?
Yeah.
Playing John Lennon. And then he's in this, but he's still gangly, he's still got the curl of hair. Just glorious in it, man. I couldn't think of anybody else playing that role. And I'm so relieved to see that Matthew's not talking about recasting Kick-Ass or recasting Hit Girl, because it just would not work, man. These characters are synonymous with these actors now, and I understand they're not going to have a sort of monopoly on them for time memoriam. You are going to be recasting at some point if you want to retell a story, because they are getting older.
Yeah.
I mean, Aaron's what? He's a little bit older than me, I want to say. He's younger than me. Jesus Christ, a year younger than me. Never thought that. He looks at, don't look at an old man. And Chloe Grace is getting on. She's mid-20s now.
It's getting on.
She's
John,
Hit Girl, though.
My point, just going back to that, was they did miss a trick, and I think it's because the first film took everyone by surprise. If they knew it was going to be such a success, I think they would have pre-planned getting Chloe Grace Moretz, getting Aaron Taylor-Johnson, and maybe even Christopher Mintz-Plasse, depending on whether his character would survive a trilogy. Film them all back to back would have been the ideal opportunity. But I get, you don't know how a film's going to be received by an audience and how much money that's going to rake in. I don't actually know how much it did rake in, John, at the time.
They've done very good business there, as you know, to be fair. I'm going to search it up, box office.
And there was high anticipation for the sequel as well, John. A few recasts, and obviously you don't have Mark Strong as a villain. I thought he was a fantastic villain in the first one.
He was, yeah. Kick-Ass, can we find out the budget?
Yeah.
Would that be possible? The budget was 30, it made nearly 100 million, which is quite...
I mean, it's almost independent though, wasn't it? It was an independent film.
I mean, it's tripled its budget. It's made a profit. It's also made enough of a profit to get a sequel made. It was just brilliant, man. It was genre defining. And for me, that probably set up the likes of a James Gunn to go and do a Guardians of the Galaxy, a Taika. Maybe that's pushing it because Taika's a little bit out for Ragnarok, but I can imagine James Gunn watching that, looking at the MCU, what they were doing up to that point. It was very much America's ass, Steve Rogers.
It
was Iron Man.
Yeah.
It was Thor with Shakespearean stuffy shite. It was quite serious, but it wasn't too serious, but it was certainly more serious than Kick-Ass.
Yeah.
I can imagine James Gunn watching that and think, you know what, there's scope for me to go and make Guardians now.
Yeah.
That's how important I think this movie probably was.
Yeah.
I mean, Guardians came out 2014.
Yep.
I can imagine him watching that
this was
film
4 years previous, so
and thinking that's fucking
it's
possible.
Yep.
I can go and make this movie. And then he's probably nipping away at Kevin Feige trying to get him to make a film about a talking raccoon.
Yeah.
So it's I think it's such an important movie. Obviously, I mean, when did Kingsman come out? Was that before or after?
I think it was after, John. I don't think
Again,
it was long
another
after. Maybe about 3
movie.
years or something. I can't remember the exact time that came out. 2013. I don't know. I might be talking rubbish. I can't remember when it came out, but
just a fucking amazing
Matthew
film.
Vaughn is a great filmmaker, John.
We're speaking about him, obviously.
There was talk about him doing a Star Wars film, wasn't it? One of the prequels at one point. Sequels at one point, I'm sure.
Wish you did. It couldn't have been any worse.
Yeah.
What was the movie we reacted to with Matthew Vaughn? It was Argyle.
Argyle, yeah.
Yeah, he's still got that style going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's just totally unique. There's no one like
X-Men
him.
First Class, John, is one of
Fucking love it.
Yeah.
One of my all-time favourite superhero films, and just the time period, I think it was about 2012. 2011, because I was learning to drive. I think I just passed actually my test at that point.
Yeah,
because I did the Wonderbar thing.
That's
with
right.
Kevin
Bacon.
Bacon. So it's just a great time for me. Early 20s, fucking loving life, and that was a brilliant movie. Fassbender, McAvoy, just brilliant. Kevin Bacon, one of my all-time favourite actors. So this guy really has produced some of my favourite films in the last 15 years.
Kick-Ass, John. The finale was when Hit Girl was going in to save her dad, who sadly he died before she could get to him, but just shows over motherfuckers. Just what a sequence that was. It was phenomenal. Just from that sort of third-person view.
Uses of a light as well, wasn't it? Was that before that? Was during the hostage? At the end, she's in the corridor, isn't she?
Yeah.
Is this the same film where fucking Kick-Ass comes up in the jetpack and you play Elvis?
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's epic.
Glory, glory.
There are so many moments.
Hallelujah.
You think of that cast, John, and Nicolas Cage for me really. I don't want to say stole the show because that would be kind of taken away from the likes of Aaron Taylor-Johnson and Chloe Grace Moretz, but there was something about Nicolas Cage. He was in his element in this. Yeah. And the way he portrayed Damon. You
get to see his acting as well, Stephen, how good an actor he is when he's actually burning.
Yeah.
And even then he's
gone full-blown Nick Cage. Yeah. And in that moment he's screaming
great, man.
and singing. And his delivery as well was obviously a tribute to Adam West Batman, the way he delivered his lines as well. Just fantastic. Just what a film. I've not seen it in a long time.
Yeah, I need to go back and watch it. Yeah, it has. It's been a long time since I've watched it.
Evan Peters was good. He didn't come back for the sequel because he was doing that American Horror Story at the time. The series, remember that series?
Yeah.
He was doing that.
I'm just trying to think, Stephen, am I tripping when I say that when they actually go to the building at the end, but it's almost paying homage to the Matrix when they go into the lobby?
Yeah.
Am I tripping out my mind when I say that? It's been a while.
Yeah.
It's almost
the cinematography is fantastic.
Oh, it is. It's stunning.
Yeah.
The reason I clicked on Evan is obviously he's American, but he just gives me vibes of fucking Erling Haaland. He looks like a Norwegian. He just reeks of it, doesn't he? Would not surprise me if he's Scandinavian sort
I
of
would
heritage.
say so. Yeah, definitely.
He's got no eyebrows. He's got those eyes. He's got the jawline. I love this guy, man. I'm still affronted that if that's even the word, that they made him Ralph Boner in that WandaVision. It really does fucking grind my gears. What a chance to bring back Quicksilver and say it's multiverse. That's him in.
Yep.
Aaron doesn't care now. He's away.
I think
Why
that
bring
was.
him in?
I think that's what they wanted to do, and then they kind of shat
their
it.
pants, Shut their breeks. Shut their breeks.
Pat their shants.
Pat their shants, as we like to say. What was I going to say there? Stylistically, man, the actual cinematography, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Incredible. I actually don't know
movie.
who shot it, but it's just, that's a big part of this film.
And the soundtrack as well, John.
Oh,
was
it's
fantastic.
sensational.
Yeah.
Just Stephen, we're just sat and sort of sung the praises of Kick-Ass. I don't know how this sequel's going to work. He's not giving much details away. It's a spin-off. Who's it going to actually follow? I've not got a fucking
I think
clue.
the point we've been making by obviously,
trust Matthew Vaughn.
talking about Kick-Ass and how great a film it was, you can't go back and recreate that again.
You can't recreate it. You can't recreate that lightning in the bottle. You certainly can't recast, not for a long time, and do that story again. So it really just depends on whether there's scope for a sequel or whether he's just... I mean, I'd imagine he's not going to make something for the sake of it.
Yeah.
Banshees of Inisherin, Captain Marvel, Guardians, 3 Billboards, cinematographer, Ben Davis. So, I mean,
The
Kingsman
Eternals,
speaks for itself, really, doesn't it? Dumbo, I love Dumbo,
Doctor
man.
Strange.
People
director,
shouting Dumbo, but I loved that film, the remake. I thought it was great. I liked all the live action Disney remakes. Thought they were all fucking great.
There's a moment in Kick-Ass I really like, though, John, is when Mark Strong's character is in his limo and he sees Kick-Ass walking down the street giving high fives, and he waits to him, he goes down an alleyway and then shoots him in the head. It turns out it was a fucking for a kid's party.
Because I keep mistaking that with the Batman for some reason. I don't know what it is, or Joker or something. There was something I keep getting that mistaken in my mind.
Yeah,
that there was a scene where they go after somebody. I can't remember what I always get that mixed up with that. I don't know why. Right.
It's such a great scene.
I think it's because in the Dark Knight, the Joker's actually going after these fatsos in Batman suits.
That's right.
That's what it is. Look at me.
Yep.
At that moment, that was a little fat guy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was masquerading as Batman in the car park. Fucking joke. That's what happens.
I don't wear hockey pads.
What is it? Fuck around, find out. Is that what the thing is? Well, he fucked around, they found out because the Joker went after his ladders. But man, look, I'm fully behind Matthew Vaughn. Whatever he wants to do, make it so. This was based on Scottish comic, wasn't it?
Yeah, Mark Miller, yeah.
So there you go. Us Scots just keep delivering.
Yeah.
5 million people. We do sectarianism like no one else, but by fuck do we invent and bring so much to the world for such a small country. We really shouldn't be getting laughed at by people. We should be getting commended. We do, because of the way we speak. We should be getting commended. We just continue to deliver fucking way more than we should for a country of our size. I digress, man. I think we're done here, Steve. We've got a reaction to do, and I'm going to jump into the toilet because I've been drinking like a fucking maniac, like an Olympian athlete. And sadly, the bladder's not up to Olympian athlete levels, so I'm going to have to run after this. What's your thoughts on Mirzapur 3 and Panchayat? Mirzapur 3, Mirzapur Season 3 and Panchayat Season 3 getting release dates 2024 for Panchayat as a sort of wider range. January 2024 for Mirzapur Season 3. Are you looking forward to it? Which one's your favourite? What about these sort of shows tickles your fancy? Share your thoughts down below. If indeed they do tickle your fancy. Share your thoughts down below about Mirzapur Season 3, Panchayat Season 3. What's your thoughts on Sony blocking Marvel's attempt to use Kraven the Hunter in No Way Home? Is that the correct decision? I personally think it is, because they would have underutilised the character. He's such a compelling, incredible villain. And to give Aaron Taylor Johnson the chance to play it in its own story, and then potentially bring him up against Spider-Man. That's the correct way to go for me. What's your thoughts on it? Share your thoughts down below. What's your thoughts on Kick-Ass getting rebooted? It's not getting rebooted though. They're havering over at Screen Rant. It's a fucking spin-off with Matthew Vaughn. Do you want to see it as a more meat in the bone for Kick-Ass as a universe? Share your thoughts down below about that. Anything at all you feel compelled to share, can go down below in the comment section. Share your thoughts down there. Like the video if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon to get notifications straight to your eyeballs. Same thing over on Twitch. Follow button, notifications button over there. Like us on Spotify podcasts. Follow us over there if you want to hear us in audio form. All that's really left to be said though is until the next time, me and Stephen are done. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.